Assalamu alaikum. I'm at the park, but this is not a morning walk chit chat. It's rather a short one, a quick one, which I want to achieve hopefully in the shortest possible time. One of the things that we avoid talking about, thinking about, reflecting upon is death. Death, yes, death. Do you know that if you are to have a daily reflection on death, as a Muslim, it will fine tune and change your daily conduct in a different way? People who avoid talking about death, thinking about death, reading, learning about death, they do so because they see death as the end and there's nothing after death. And because to them there's nothing after death, they have to live the life of this dunya to its fullest, the most luxurious way, the most beautiful way, the most comfortable way. And in order to do that, it has to be done by all means, by hook or by crook. Even if they have to achieve it through the haram way. And in order to do that, they have to achieve it through the haram way. If they have to kill, they will kill. If they have to steal, they will steal. If they have to commit shirk, they will commit shirk. Why? Because it is all here. And there is nothing after death. But when you and I, we think about death, we reflect upon death, and we know that real happiness, real luxury, real comfort is in the life after death, in the hereafter, we become psychologically ready to deal with the hardships of life as it is. We live reality as it is supposed to be lived. Believe it or not, hate it or like it, agree or disagree, you and I, even those who don't believe there is life after death, we are meant to encounter pains, trials, hardships, difficulties, suffer, and what have you. Whether you are righteous or not, whether you believe or not, whether you are young or old, no matter who you are, you will face this. I will be lying if I say otherwise. And you will be lying to yourself if you believe in the otherwise. Such is the reality. Because everyone is meant to go through pains, to go through hardships, to go through the tests and trials of this life. When Walaikum salam bang, kawan sihat. When we remember that yes, we have to go through this because it's a test so that we will be rewarded in the next, the pain becomes rationalized. The pain becomes normalized. The pain becomes bearable. It becomes bearable. But if we are not ready for it, even less pain becomes severe. And no pain becomes pain. Right? When we determine to go against the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the fitrah which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, the sunnah which Allah created this life for, that we have to go through obstacles, we have to go through ups and downs, we have to go through sweet and sour. If we want to go against that, then we have to go the evil way in order to achieve it. Sayyidina Abdurrahman ibn Auf, when he first migrated to Medina, we all know that he started business or trade. He started trading, and in no time, he became rich. Some people will think, oh, if you do the way Abdurrahman ibn Auf did, you will become as rich as Abdurrahman did. Don't tell me it's only Abdurrahman ibn Auf who did trading during his time. But because Sayyidina Abdurrahman ibn Auf was meant to be rich, he did it the halal way and he became rich. And the few rich people in that society at that point of time, they all did it the halal way. At the same time, others work as hard as they did, even sometimes maybe harder. But they didn't get as rich as Abdurrahman bin Auf got. But in the end, because they all did it in the way that Allah wants them to do it, they attain Allah's pleasure. Radiyallahu anhum wa radu anhu. Radiyallahu anhum wa radu anhu. But anyone who wants to die, I have to be like Abdurrahman bin Auf, the halal way will not earn you that. You have to do it the haram way. And doing it the haram way will mean that you will have so anyone who will insist die I have to be as rich as Abdurrahman bin Auf, whereby Abdurrahman bin Auf ended the halal way, and he's not meant to be as rich as Abdurrahman bin Auf, he will end up committing or doing it the haram way. And anyone who will do it the haram way will have a big problem when we reach to Akhirah. Ya akhi, how often do we see people steal, commit theft because they want to go to Jannah? How often do we see people commit zina because they want to go to Jannah? How often do we see people commit shirk because they want to go to Jannah? How often do we see people kill innocent souls because they want to go to Jannah? It's all because of dunya. It's all because of dunya. And when we become obsessed about dunya, we forget death. And when we avoid talking about death, thinking about death, reflecting about death, we become even more obsessed about dunya. Ya akhi, let's pause for a moment. You ask your good self, I ask myself. Last night, how was your sleep? How was my sleep? What are your worries? What is bothering you? What are your anxieties? What are the problems? Yes, we all have problems, but we are worried, we are anxious because we are looking at it with the lenses of dunya. We forget that we have to go through this so that our akhirah will be beautiful, so that our akhirah will be comfortable. The patience we show in handling all these difficulties and hardships are what elevate us in ranking in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Refreshing our iman and going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what raises us in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Abstaining from committing shirk to handle our difficulties is what raise us in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So problems, there will be. Hardships, for sure. Difficulties, no doubt. But they are temporal. This life is meant to be like that. And in order to overcome this, in order for this pain to be bearable, in order for these difficulties to be bearable, let's have daily reflection on death. Let's have daily reflection about death, to remember that it's all come to pass. And after death, وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. So, will you continue to avoid thinking about death, or deprive yourself from having a daily reflection about death? May Allah grant us what it takes to purify our dunya for the best interest of our akhirah. Until the next, see you in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.